Now, back to what I was explaining before we ended the first Zoom, right? They came after the range structure, they just target this monthly low and took out the liquidity resting below the low. So on the daily, you have series of daily accumulation right here, accumulating below this monthly low. After they took out sell side liquidity, they know you as an institutional trader, you know that the next place they will attack is what? Buy side liquidity. Just imagine having just that knowledge and you swing from this place where they took out sell side liquidity up to the next high. Do you know how many people would have caught? 8,000 something pips. I don't know if you're following. 8,000 something pips. You would have caught 8,000 something pips just by understanding the concept of what? Liquidity. After they took out the sell side liquidity, market maker sell model was complete. I know the next thing they will do, they will go attack the buy side liquidity. Just by buying from the sell side after a break of structure, you'd have caught over 8,000 something pips, which is more than enough. Now they've attacked the buy side. They came and what? They mitigate and took out this liquidity. Another range structure was formed. Now, this is a range structure, guys. Take note. Price is breaking structure, but in a smaller range. It's trapped in a range. In that range structure, you have your range high and range low, which is the support and your resistance in the range structure. So this is your high and low. Price was just moving inside this range. Can you see this, guys?
Yes.
Moving inside this range. After price moved inside, took out buy side liquidity. Where is their next target? Sell side liquidity, right? Buy side liquidity was eradicated. Now they break the range. Watch carefully. When they break out of the range, let's just say you were not lucky enough to follow them when they were what? Coming out of the range. After they break out of the range, where's the next thing? They came for this other block that caused that break of structure. You see how they moved inside the other block? Now look at it. They just went for, that's a hidden base, the 50%. Now you took it from that 50%. Now, you already understand that after buy side liquidity is attacked, they what? Come forward, sell side liquidity. Where's the closest sell side liquidity? This low that took out that previous low. That should be your first what? Eye. If you want to swing, a combination of market maker or buy model. Now you are taking it from the 50% of the hidden base. This is a hidden base. This is a hidden base, guys. Are you seeing this candle? Trading into this candle. You see, this two-body candle is locked. Some call it a king OB. Can you see these two candles locking each other? These two bearish candles. That's the hidden base where they lock each other. There's another block on lower time frame. So now this bearish candle alone, the 50% of it should give you your entry. Now, price got to the 50% and decide to start moving. Just imagine taking from that 50% down to the low that took out previous liquidity. You would have caught over thousands of pips again. How many pips is this? 10,000 something.
10,000 pips. Wow.
That's how you swing trade. That's how you what? Swing trade. Because originally you know that price is coming back to this sponsor candle. You already understand the essence of what? Sponsored candle. This is the candle that facilitated the break of structure to the upside. It's yet to be mitigated. Now, when they came back to that side, they skipped it. And can you see that where it was skipped? It was making this low now an inducement for that point of interest. They didn't mitigate that area. They left it. So if you have eyes, you would have seen that they did not touch that zone. Reason why? They know in time to come, they will come back to that area. And when was that zone created? It was created 1988. That's how many years ago? You see now they are revisiting that place. After they did that 1988, they visited it again 2013. 2013, after they've created that zone 1984, not even 88, 1984. Am I communicating, guys? Now,
yes, Yeah,
just by
you.
understanding that price is coming for this low, just by understanding that price, I'm teaching you how to follow the story of price. This is how we do top-down analysis. You have to read price, where it's coming from, and read it into the future. That's how you anticipate. Just by knowing that price has taken out buy side, you know that they'll come and attack the sell side. And there's a low that took out liquidity that actually caused the break of structure to the upside. That's where they have their eyes. By taking it from that buy side, this is a failed swing. Price failing to break this high is a failed swing. What is a failed swing? A failed swing is what? Mitigation. What did I say?
Failed swing is mitigation.
Failed swing is mitigation.
Sometimes I'll put SMS right there. It's the same thing. That's a shift in market structure. SMS. Sometimes you see I'll put failed swing. It's mitigation. Price failed to break the high. Mitigation does not break a high or break a low. A breaker breaks a high and breaks a low. While a breaker carries a mitigation does not carry a breaker. A breaker breaks a high and breaks a low. Mitigation just is a failed swing. Now, by knowing that we had a failed swing already on the monthly, even if you start to, we see price respecting previous month. Now, how do you know that price is shift? When I say I saw the trade on a daily, I saw it from a daily shift. When I see daily failing to break previous high, they are just busy failing and going down, respecting previous day. That's a daily shift. Now you are seeing that price took out previous month and failed and is busy respecting the other month. That's a monthly shift. That's a monthly shift in market structure. Without a confirmed break of structure, you're already seeing the shifting from, because you have your eyes to see. I don't know if you guys are understanding what I'm saying. This is your monthly shift. Now, when I see this monthly shift, I know I'm coming for this low. They took out this low. After they took out this low, what happened? They went straight down and they failed to mitigate this other block that sponsored the candle. Now, they are back here to this rejection block. What is a rejection block? When the wick is bigger than the body candle. Trying to come and mitigate this zone, they also failed. You see how this price is leaving inducement both left and right? It's leaving inducement on the buy side, it's leaving liquidity on the buy side, left liquidity on the sell side. So if you don't understand the concept of liquidity, pairs like GBP AUD will always trap you. Pairs like GBP AUD, AUD, Euro NZD will always what? Trap you. Now they came back here and failed. What did they start doing? They started going back up to this word to reach out for this rejection block. They're reaching out for this rejection block. Now, trying to get to rejection block, they have a failed swing. We failed here, we failed here, we failed here, thus making what? Lower highs. But still, this low, they have not taken that liquidity. So this is where I have my eyes now. If I was to sell GBP AUD, I'll have my eyes right here, because eventually they'll take that low out. Now, this other block actually facilitates this break of all this structure to the upside. But because I know that there's a better zone below, I cannot buy from this zone. I will just look for price to complete a market maker sell model. Now, what's their plan? Look at what happened. They took out this buy side. Can you see that? Taking. After they take buy side, what is their next target?
Sell side.
Now they have failed. They've not collected the sell side liquidity. So this trade, if you get a good premium pricing, just swing it all the way to this low. Even this low, a market maker sell model will be complete, because this is the sell side of the curve. Now we are back to the present data. Where is the trend? Bearish. Look at it. Are you seeing the bearish trend?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
How many of you have seen the market structure I did on the group? A chart, bearish and bullish in one chart. When if you have seen it,
When
check
you
for it. It's in that.
okay.
Check for it in the mentorship. If you see it, you can tag the others to it. Now you see how price is respecting the trend line, engineering liquidity on this trend line, targeting the lows. Overall, we are bearish. Overall, we are what? Bearish. Where are we reaching out for? They are reaching out for this monthly zone right here. And this liquidity resting below. So now let's go to what? We're doing a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. We do an inducement right here. You see how that high swept liquidity? Okay, give us equal high. That's equal high. So we are having lower low, swept this high, broke structure, broke this structure. Now this rejection block actually caused the break of structure. Now we are creating lower lows, lower highs, and we are also now failing to also break this low. Price failed to break this high, failed to break this high, which is lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, still a downtrend, and failed to break this low. So now what are you going to anticipate? You're going to look at what the weekly is doing. Let's go to the weekly. Are you guys following so far?
That's probably
Yeah, I'm following.
Now on the weekly, you're going to have your daily range. On the monthly, your daily range high and daily range low. I showed you guys by that sponsored candle we have below, sponsored candle we have above. The sponsor candle we have above was the one that actually, I said it, when you sell from, you would have made over 10,000 pips. That's this. That's the high that took out liquidity. This high took out liquidity. Can you see that high? Took out liquidity. This is the high here. So this is my daily range high on the monthly. Here's my daily range low on the monthly. This took out liquidity and broke structure. This took out liquidity but didn't break structure. But this took out liquidity and caused the break of structure to the upside. So this is my low and that is my high. They can rate this low. It does not matter. I will only wait for them to give me a confirmation to go bullish because there's every possibility they might rate that low. It's an old low, right?
okay.
Hope you guys are following.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm following.
Yes, ma'am.
We are on the what? Weekly. By every time frame has their what? Dealing range. On the weekly, we saw how price took out price took out this high, right? A market maker buy model was completed. Let me lock all these objects so that they stop moving. A market maker buy model was completed. Now, when they retrace into this zone, this was a sponsor candle. They actually caused that break of structure. This is a sponsor candle. I see that that's a sponsor candle. Now you'd have been looking towards sell directly from that other block. You have been looking towards sell directly from that other block. What did they do? They just raid the highs. Not because the other block was invalid. They didn't invalidate it. They raid the highs of the other block. And what happened? They start selling. They raid the highs of this weekly other block, took out this weekly high right here and start selling. And when price was making this corrective move, it made a range structure. What's the range structure, everybody? When price is mitigating the immediate order block that caused the break of structure, thus engineering liquidity on the buy side and the sell side. I just don't want to text. This is my laptop. Like I should just go and knock the boy's head that did this up. Knock his head very loud. I think like this upgrade is even crappy. It's a new upgrade, but I think I prefer if my laptop was even with the old one self. Now, this is a range structure. Range structure. You see how price formed a range structure into that range. Now, giving us this low, it's a lot of liquidity resting below, because every one of these buyers that are here, their stop loss will be placed below this low. All these long institutions that usually do carry out swing trading. It's not just retail traders, there are other institutions that do swing trading. So their stop loss is kept here, right here on this low. They are currently coming back to attack that low. Now, what is moving price down? After they took out that high, we have this other block. Now we have this other block. See, price started making a fractal movement down, but we still have this imbalance right here that is not filled. We have this imbalance right here that is not filled. And we can see that we have a break of structure on the weekly time frame. We have a break of structure on the weekly time frame. On the weekly time frame. What was responsible for that break of structure? They reached out for this order block right here and feed it up perfectly well, because this was the last order block that actually facilitated the break of this low. There's a close of body candle. Look at it. There's a close of body candle. Break of structure. So when they accumulate after a break of structure, they reached out for this zone, this other block that facilitated the break of structure. After this, what accumulation? When they accumulate, see how they break out? They break out of the range, reach out for that zone, break structure to the downside. They break structure to the what? To the downside. Look at it. Now, you did not catch this beginning raise when the price started. You didn't catch that first break of structure. You could have as well just wait. How would you get it? Remember when I said let them give a first break of structure, then you can now take the sell after the stop on. Remember when I said so on Euro USD?
Yes.
Yeah, remember.
Do you know what they're doing here now? They gave a first break of structure. You can see how they came back and hunt that high. So those people they gave opportunity to sell after the break of structure, they just came and eradicate their high. After taking them out in their stop loss, that's when we have a massive momentum in price. Now, those that have waited for the first break of structure would have been taken. They've taken the first one that have been taken. Now, those that wait for price to take the stop horns. That's now the break of structure, the stop horns. These people were taken out in their stops. Those are the people that will benefit. So this other block now is a strong order block. It took liquidity and broke structure. So anytime price gets to that zone, I can confidently take a sell from that spot. Why? It took out liquidity and broke structure. I don't know if you are getting the concept. Now, you see me talking of order block, but I've not talked about it since. We are just talking of structure and liquidity. Now that you see me talking of order block, is that a premature order block? No. There is no way you will not get a reaction from this point. It broke structure, took out people that were selling. This liquidity is so much. This range structure was taken out. Now we have a break of structure, not just any break of structure. You can see the momentum at which price took out this structure. This is some effort, momentum here against effort. Are you getting me? All I just need to do is look forward the 50% of that weekly bullish candle. Are you guys enjoying the class?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, now we are enjoying it.
Now you see why my students are always very excited with class. There are a lot of things that you will now begin to see clearly on the charts. According to somebody that said he's bored, you cannot be bored again after knowing all these things. You'll be always excited because anytime you look at the chart, you always get an entry. That's why sometimes I don't need to post setup. I'll just post my trade. I know some of you will be wondering, how did she cash it? Did she cash it? Maybe fear of missing out. Now you see the reason why I take some certain trades, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not the best. I'm still learning, but at least I know that I can confidently still know what price we do at some certain time. So anytime price gets to this area, I am going to take a sell from here. As a matter of fact, I would even set an alert. I don't see any reason why I should not take a sell from this zone. I don't see any reason. Those people that missed this class now, you see their life. Did they miss or they did not miss?
They miss a lot.
I laugh in Spanish. Now you see how price left this zone. You see the long momentum. This is a Totusu buy model. This is a what? Totusu buy model. You see as price came here and create this equal low. So there's no reason why they've left a footprint right here now. You can see them. I see these things. As I put this, I see these things before they happen. I see them. God make me a millionaire. Let me just manage my risks properly. You see the equal low telling us they are going to come back. So they might just be going for what? Fill up this imbalance. Yeah, all right. They might just be going to fill up this imbalance and come from them because they're already at discount before they create this equal low. They might just want to move into some premium price, then come back and just take that zone with a full force. Remember, we have a break of structure right there. Remember, we also have a break of structure right here. On the weekly. Are you following?
Yeah, I'm following.
Now that we have a break of structure on the weekly, where is the next zone that caused the break of structure? It is this other block. Are they approaching it, yes or no? They are very close.
Very close.
If they respect this other block after they induce this high right here, this is a high, a weekly high. They took out that weekly high and now they are selling off. Because this has already been mitigated, they took out this weekly and they're selling off. Let's quickly go to the daily. I'm excited of what is going to happen there. Now they're rejecting on the daily. Are you seeing the daily? You can't check the BPAUD. Guys, check. It's selling. It's selling and it's going for that low. Let me see if I can join in. Just use small lot size, maybe 0.10. It's selling. Where's your TP? Weekly equal low. Because I know you and I know you're fixated on that already. But George already told us there's nothing that we can. There's just many things going on in terms of understand. Because you know when I are you ready for your extension? What's up, boy? You look so innocent, but you want an extension of my buddy. Can you see that GBP AUD is selling? And that sales is so huge. Now let's anticipate now if it did not come to that zone, maybe because they've taken previous week high. But let's just anticipate to this area holding it. Can you see the amount of pips? 1,000 something pips. Wahala. Hey, are you seeing the benefit of market structure?
Yes.
Very high benefits. Very high what? Benefits. I will just enter the show once I see a confirmed retracement, guys. And I will hold to that low. I'm not going to close out because previous week would respect this week and just feel retracement and they will continue tanking down. So now, you know, we saw this on the 3-day. Saw this on the 3-day, right? Or the block, but it has been mitigated. It has been mitigated. So we now have this rejection block right here. You see this other block, guys? Now you see I was not focusing on other block. But did you see that this other block came very seamlessly just by us following structure? When you don't follow all your attention on other block, you see the right other block to sell from. You see how price reacts off this rejection block.
Mm-hmm.
It reacts off this rejection block last 2 weeks. No, this weekly high right here. Because that was last 2 weeks high. Look at it. Last 2 weeks high. React off that rejection block on. After reacting off, price came back again and took that high. You see how they took that high? Taking this high now will give enough momentum to sell down. Are you seeing it? So now we are selling from this zone. And where did they react from? Almost the 50%. Still following the what? The trend. What is the trend? Bearish. Yeah, we targeting the low. There is our stop loss above the rejection block. The TP at this low. Then you have the end of the range. So guys, that's all. Still following the trend. We induce this high right here. We induced this high right here and we reacted off this rejection block. That's the 3-day rejection block, which can also serve now as a daily order block. React of those daily order blocks, and we are looking at this low. That's the low that was created on Monday, Friday, Thursday, Tuesday, Wednesday, on Monday. That, you know, that inducement they did on Monday, on Sunday stroke Monday morning. So this is our final take profit. How many pips stop loss? 153 pips stop loss, 1,517 pip take profit. So that's it, guys. That's all for today's class. Any question, guys?
Okay, I have a question.
Okay, please go on.
It's about when an order block is mitigated, like a sponsored candle, when it's mitigated. You mentioned when you have a body close, right? But in the example here on the weekly, we saw that the week traded into the previous sponsored candle, and you now said it was mitigated. So kind of confusing.
What?
And I'm
Into what?
asking based on the sponsored candle, like on the weekly, we saw that a candle a week, like it was the week that traded into the sponsored candle. And when we went lower, you were like, okay, that sponsored candle has been mitigated. You
No,
now
no, no.
referenced another.
On the weekly, look at it. It tapped it now. Look at it. No, there's no reference. They look at the candle. Are you not seeing this week that trade into this candle? It's been mitigated.
Yes, like what I'm asking is, initially you said when we have a body close into the candle, like
One is
that's when
body
it's
close. No, I
like
never thought
maybe
that. Guys, did I teach that when you have body close into candle is mitigated? When me? Are you sure you're in this class? Did I teach anything like that? Eh? Those of you in this class, did I say when body candle enter into a candle, that's mitigation? Did I teach anything like that? Because I know what I'm teaching.
No, ma.
I never taught that, please.
okay, I thought I heard something like
Body
that.
candle below a low, that's break of structure. I have never talked about mitigation of body candle. What has body candle got to do with mitigation?
Okay.
You were not following the class then. You were not following the class. You were distracted. You were busy talking with somebody or doing something on the background. You were not following the class. Body candle has no be. I never talked about that today. Did I say anything about that today? How many of you in this Zoom, apart from one person that responded, did I say anything about body candle entering into another candle? That's mitigation today.
No.
I never said that there.
Okay, thank you for the clarification.
I never said that. My own is that just wait for body candle to close below a low to confirm a break of structure. I never talked of mitigation or body candle. Mitigation, I said a failed swing. When I talked of mitigation, no, I said a failed swing is mitigation. That was the only thing I said. I said a failed swing. When I represent at the beginning of the chat. Did you guys not see it there when I said SMS? That mitigation
I
does not break a
remember
high.
you saying that. Yeah.
And why are you talking about body candle? I only said mitigation does not break a high, does not break a low. It's a failed swing. That was the only thing I talked in terms of mitigation.
Okay.
Is this not a failed swing? Is this not a failed swing?
Yeah.
Why are you talking about body candle then?
All right, thank you.
If I teach, I remember all I teach. So always try to remember what I teach so I don't ask me question and quote me, right? So guys, this is just see how price is reacting. So next week we might have price come into this zone because see, we have an imbalance right here. So they might stop hunt that high next week one more time. They might stop hunt this high next week one more time, just for more liquidity. Take out buy side, right? This high, mitigate this zone, and they will fall. So I will have a limit right here for next week. So any other question? Hope you're clear with the mitigation. Who asked the question? Hope you're clear now.
Yeah, I am. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Who's the person?
Dominoes.
Oh, Dominoes. Only break of structure, I wait for price to what? Tap close body candle. Only break of structure.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank you very much.
Hope
Yeah.
you're clear.
Yeah, very clear.
So I'm
Thanks.
going to look out for this trade. I'm going to trade it to the bottomless pit. So in the absence of no question, we're going to call it a day, guys. All right, guys. So have a great day. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank